Some foods that most people would consider healthy actually have a lot of added sugars in them. Here are 5 foods with more sugar than you might actually think. Number 1. Barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce can make a tasty marinade or dip. However, 2 tablespoons of sauce can contain around 9 grams of sugar. If you're liberal with your servings, this makes it easy to consume a lot of sugar without meaning to. Sugar is added to barbecue sauce to provide sweetness and balance out the other flavors in the sauce. However, consuming barbecue sauce with a lot of sugar regularly can have negative health effects. Excessive sugar intake is linked to an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular diseases. To reduce the amount of sugar in your diet, you can try making your own barbecue sauce using natural sweeteners like honey or maple syrup, or using less sugar overall. You can also choose to limit your consumption of barbecue sauce or use it sparingly. It's also important to balance your diet with a variety of other healthy foods, including lean proteins, whole grains, and plenty of fruits and vegetables. Number 2. Ketchup. Ketchup is one of the most popular condiments worldwide, but it's often loaded with sugar. When it comes to tomato sauce and other condiments, often the nutritional value is ignored because so little is used on our food. Store-bought tomato sauces in jars are convenient but can be sneaky sources of sugar, which is often added to cut the acidic taste of tomatoes and keep jarred sauces fresh longer. Tomato sauce contains a lot of sugar and salt. A single serving of tomato sauce is around 15 ml and generally equates to 1 teaspoon of sugar. To add the sweetness of the tomatoes, a lot of sauce brands require fructose corn syrup, which is not only bad for the gut but also can lead to increased insulin levels and weight gain. High fructose corn syrup, also called corn sugar, is an additive in many beverages such as sodas, tomato sauces, and canned tomatoes. High fructose corn syrup is a cheaper alternative to traditional sugar and adds a mildly sweet taste to foods without significantly changing their. Despite being low in calories, a serving of tomato sauce will usually contain about 160 milligrams of sodium of the recommended 920 milligrams per day. Many also come with various kinds of salts, vinegar, and onion powder to make it even tastier. Ingredients of concern in tomato sauce are salt and sugar. Although 4 grams of sugar doesn't seem like a lot, much of it comes from added sugar as opposed to the natural sugar found in tomatoes. So if you like to pour on the red stuff, so it's easy to overload on sodium. So you may want to think twice before drowning your hot chips in a tomato sauce bath. Again, naturally occurring sugars aren't the issue here. Corn syrup and other added sugar are. So if you have trouble finding sauces that are low in or free of added sugars, you can make plain diced tomatoes instead. You might end up creating a sauce that you like more than anything that you can find on the shelves. Number 3. Salad dressing. Adding more salads to your regular meal rotation is a great way to get more vegetables and healthy nutrients in your diet. But did you know that the salad dressing you choose to dress your salads with could be turning your healthy meal into a not so healthy meal? You might not realize it, but many store-bought dressings are brimming with unhealthy ingredients like added sugars. Most store-bought salad dressing contain a very long list of ingredients, many of which are not very healthy for you. They are often made with loads of sodium, saturated fats, artificial ingredients. Added refined sugars are more harmful to the body and more readily absorbed because their refining process makes them more easily digested than natural sugars, causing blood levels to spike and increasing the risk of weight gain. Number 4. Pressed juices. Your favorite green juice probably contains more sugar than you know. Like whole fruit juice contains some vitamins and minerals. However, sugar-sweetened fruit juices can come with a large dose of sugar and very little fiber. Some of those juices still contain added sugars beyond what is provided by the fruit and green juice that's made primarily from leafy greens. They contain added sugar to offset the earthy taste of juiced vegetables. In fact, there can be just as much sugar in a sugar-sweetened fruit juice as there is in a sugary drink like Coke. Plus, even if a pressed juice made of fruit doesn't contain added sugars, fruit juice is still not as nutritious as eating the whole fruit, because juicing a fruit strips it of fiber, and fiber helps slow down the digestion of sugar and makes you feel full. Number 5. Granola and snack bars. Have you been eating a glorified candy bar for breakfast? Granola and snack bars often sound a heck of a lot healthier than they actually are. Some brands contain 10 grams or more of sugar per bar, and you may find white flour in the ingredient list too. Avoid bars that list sugar in their top 3 ingredients. There are ones out there that are incredibly low, if not free of added sugars. You can also consider snacking on a handful of whole nuts. Granola bars are often considered a healthy snack, but despite these marketing claims, many are loaded with added sugar, calories, and artificial ingredients. While some granola bars opt to use sugar, alcohols, or artificial sweeteners to cut down on sugar content, these have been linked to health problems as well. Also, many granola bars are highly processed and include ingredients like added sugars, vegetable oils, preservatives, and artificial flavors. Studies indicate that high consumption of processed and sugary foods can increase your risk of metabolic syndrome, which is a group of conditions that can lead to diabetes, stroke, and heart disease. So we can conclude that there are a lot of ways to limit or avoid added sugars in your diet. Choose heart-healthy foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains for meals and snacks. Cut out processed foods because these are high in sugar and sodium. You can also look for recipes that use less sugar when you're cooking or baking. It's very important to read the nutrition facts label when purchasing food. Check to see how much sugar is in a product.